Hello YouTube, it is Noah here, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing, review, setup, and comparison of the Nintendo 2DS XL. I have a bunch of accessories with it here today that I'll be showing, and I will be leaving the links for everything that I show in the video in the description. The comparison I'll be doing is to the original Nintendo DS that I happen to own, and so I will be comparing that, and I will have timestamps in the description below so that you guys can find exactly what portion of the video you need to find based on what I show you. So first up, I am going to be grabbing the actual 2DS XL itself. And I actually opted for the white and orange version, as you can see here. The only reason it looks like this is because I got it from Amazon Warehouse Deals. It was $100, so $50 off the list price for it, and I thought it was a pretty good deal. The condition said it was acceptable, but in Amazon's guidelines for products, acceptable condition states that the product must be in complete functional state in order for them to sell it. So it should be perfectly fine, aside from cosmetic damage to the DS itself. I've already looked it over. The cosmetic damage isn't that noticeable, but it definitely is there. So just keep in mind whenever you buy not brand new items from Amazon, you have to read the guidelines if you want to find out exactly what is wrong with the item itself. And in the box, or in the bag I guess, we have the 2DS XL, and it's got this satisfying wrapped pull off. I know the standard packaging doesn't come with this, but this is like Amazon's refurbished packaging. I will be showing the damage that has been done to it because it is a used model, but it should, according to Amazon, be in complete functional order, so there shouldn't be any actual problems with the device itself. So let's remove this super sticky stuff, which actually didn't feel that satisfying to me. Alright, that's better. So it's very hard to tell. I don't even know if my camera is going to pick it up, but there is some scratches along this I don't know what you want to call it, ridge texture on the 2DS. There is, I believe, a dent right here on the corner. Some scratching around the corners. Nothing too big, and honestly isn't that noticeable from a distance. And then some pretty unnoticeable scratches on the bottom. And as far as I can tell, that is everything that looks wrong with the device. On the inside, I haven't noticed anything. The screens look perfect condition. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the screens, so that's a huge, that's good. Let's set that aside for just a second so I can show you what else is in this package. Alright, so really quickly, it's just a standard, I think, operation manual, and then likely in a bunch of different languages, per usual. And then, something that most people wouldn't consider too big of a deal, a power adapter, which infamously was not included with the Nintendo 3DS XL. It is now included with the 2DS XL. So, I don't want to say that's a huge plus, because that should have been what was included with the 3DS XL. So, I guess a better way to put it is it's not a huge minus. So, setting some of that stuff aside, it does have a little bit of a charge, but I'm going to get to the setup later in the video. Alright, now we're going to be doing the accessories portion of the video. So I did purchase two things to go along with this 2DS XL. First and foremost is an SD card for extra games, because if I ever feel like downloading any games and the storage included isn't enough, this is going to be perfect. All you got to do is put it in the bottom, which I will be showing you guys how to do. So we got the SD card right here. Per usual with any SD card, it does come with a, per usual for any micro SD card, which this Nintendo DS takes, it does come with a micro SD card adapter, in order to plug it into any computer that doesn't have a micro SD card slot. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to install this really quickly on your new Nintendo 2DS XL. So you're going to pull this flap down at the bottom out, and it's going to be right there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it has a little SD card logo, and you just want to kind of line it up with how the picture shows it. Let me focus this a little bit for you guys. So yeah, we're just going to line it up just like that. Alright, so I just found out that when you put this SD card in, it'll make a very, very faint click. It's not, I don't even think my audio will detect it, but it's going to make a faint click, and then it's not going to come out by itself. You're going to need to press it down again in order to eject it. So it does have like sort of a locking mechanism that you'd see on other devices like GoPros and other devices that accept SD card inputs. And it is on the list for things that for SD cards that are supposed to work with the 2DS XL, and so it shouldn't have any problems working with this device right out of the box. It should be recognized by the DS right away and formatted to work with the DS, and I will see about that once I'm setting it up later. Next up, I got a case for the 2DS XL, and this case comes with something that's going to be pretty crucial, which I'll show you later on. Alright, so this is the take case for the 2DS XL with orange accents, or at least it should be. Alright, it is. And it actually looks very nice. I don't think that's the same orange as the 2DS XL. It looks like a little bit darker to me. It might just be the difference in material though, because this is more felt and the DS is a plastic material. So inside here, it's got a bunch of different things. It's got a lifetime warranty, and that's the warranty card right there. I'm going to toss that off to the side. And it has space for, looks like 16 different games with this little folding thing right here. Space to put your power adapter or any other like little accessory that you could fit in there. And then the most important thing, well not the most, but something that's quite important, is a stylus that fits a normal human hand. The stylus for the 2DS XL is notorious for being super duper tiny, and I will be showing you that right now. This thing is a toothpick. This thing is so tiny, so I needed a case that came with a stylus because I'm not going to be using this super duper tiny one. As you can see, this other stylus is nearly double the width and almost double the height. So yeah, that's pretty crucial in my opinion to have a stylus that fits your hand nicer. The case itself, I can measure real quick as well for you guys. It's going to be about 72 millimeters for the thickness of the case and about 2.8 inches. It's going to be about 10 millimeters for the thickness of the pencil, or the stylus, I mean. And then for the one that comes with the DS, it's about 5, so still nearly double the thickness at its thickest point for the take case stylus. So this thing is pretty thick. You saw it was about, I think it was 72 millimeters. Yeah, around there, about 72, 74 millimeters at its thickest. And then the DS itself is 21 millimeters roughly, and so this is, you know, nearly quadruple the size of the 2DS XL. So if you're looking for something that's, you know, more slimmer profile that's going to protect your DS, you might want to go with just like a plastic case or a TPU case, because this thing is pretty thick. But I did want something that would hold all my games, my power supply, I have a new stylus, you know, all that extra stuff. So if you're not looking for all that extra stuff, then you'll probably be fine with just a TPU case instead of a like full case for your DS. Alright, so this is about wrapping up the accessory portion of the video. Now I am going to be doing the setup portion of the 2DS XL. So let's open it here and let's set it up for the first time. So we're going to choose language, of course, English. Maybe I need to tap it. Oh, I'm dumb. Alright. I don't need parent or guardian settings, so. And it's going to tell me that this does play all 3DS XL, or sorry, just 3DS games, as well as many regular DS games, DSi games, DS Lite games. Any of those will be functional with this. and you can see right here on the bottom there are little indicators. Oops, let me zoom or focus. There's a power indicator, a charging indicator, and a Wi-Fi indicator. So just so you guys know about that. The volume is going to be right here on the side, and honestly I think it's a little bit quieter than my regular DS, but I personally don't have a problem with that. So yeah, let's just turn it down for now. Alright, so I took some time to familiarize myself with the software. I got the home theme set to dark, and I got the icons set to like a 3-row type setup. You can kind of just do that with this right here, if you wanted to make it so you can see more on the screen at once or less. There's all kinds of new stuff that is I'd have to totally explore for a long time, because this is totally new to me. Like the DS that I owned previously is very, very old. And I actually don't even remember when I got it, but it is the original DS. And so now we are entering the portion of the video where I'm going to be comparing the original DS to the 2DS XL. So I'm going to set this one off to the side for just a moment so I can pull out the old DS. So let's grab that really quick. Here it is right here. This is a black variant, and let's start it up. First thing I noticed when I opened the 2DS is it is a much, much bigger screen. Like, they are not playing around when they say XL, because this thing is enormous, and that's not a bad thing. That's a very, very good thing. So, yeah, just like comparing the two just by screen size, bigger is much better on the 2DS XL. I feel like games will be a lot more enjoyable on this, and the resolution, while I don't know if the resolution is different, I think having a bigger screen space will very well benefit the 2DS XL. You can see size difference right there, and you can see on the top it has 2 bumpers on the original DS, charging port, game slot, and that looks like a loop if you wanted to like loop it around your wrist. On the 2DS XL, it has 4 bumpers, charging port, and the game slot has been relocated to the bottom actually. And that's where the SD card is and where the game slot is. The speakers look to be like they're here and here on the 2DS XL, whereas on the original DS, it has them right there and there. Microphone is on here, and there's no camera on the original DS. There is 3 cameras actually on the 2DS XL. We have 1 here. We have 2 on the back. So that's for the 3D camera. For some reason, this 2DS XL actually takes 3D photos, but you can't view them because it's not a 3DS XL. So not really too bummed about that. I could honestly care less about the 3D photos. So it's not a big of a deal to me as it may be to other people. But that's just my opinion. So right now I can compare the weight and dimensions that the 2DS XL weighs in at 258 grams. So that includes everything that's attached to it, 257, 258. The original DS weighs 207. So for only like 58 grams more, this thing packs so much more. Better processor, way bigger screen size, and even a bigger form factor, and somehow it still manages to weigh barely more than the 2DS or the original DS. The stylus, though, this is what I meant before. The original stylus on the original DS is a lot bigger, as you can see, than on the new DS. Actually, it's not a lot bigger, but it's significant when you're holding it. The original stylus is too light for my scale to pick up on, so I'm not going to be able to do a comparison like that. But I can do a size comparison really quickly if I grab my caliper again. Set it to 0. Alright. So the new DS XL, the stylus is going to be, let's see, looks like it's about 68 millimeters. And the original DS stylus is, and this is a rough estimate because I can't really get it between the tweezers very easily here, 87. So that's about 20-ish millimeters bigger. And then the stylus that came with my case is going to be actually much bigger. It's going to be around 120, 130-ish millimeters long. So big size improvement, I think, with this third-party stylus. So that's a huge plus by this take case. In the take case, I'm going to be fitting all this stuff in here. So let's slide the stylus in just like that. DS has its own little pouch right here too, so you can fit that right in there. And the pouch actually comes off, it's velcroed to the back. So you get even more storage space if you have that taken out. So I could just, or if you wanted to like make removal of the DS easier, it just comes out really easily with Velcro, just like so. So I would just slip this in here. Easier said than done, I suppose. And then set that in there. And then I'm good to go on the DS. And plenty of room for games. I don't have time in this video to load this whole thing up with games, so I'm not going to. But it does hold 16 of them for sure. So there's nothing to worry about there. Plenty of game space, and I already have a separate case anyways, so if I were to run out of space, I could keep the other ones in there. And then really quickly, I just wanted to boot up a copy of an original DS game, which is, as you can see, Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros., sorry. Oh, right. I accidentally clicked on that, so let's go back to the home. And it did load up, just like that. So I did not have to restart it at all. That's amazing. That was one of the really annoying things for me. That I have to get used to this. This is so new to me, sorry. That was one of the annoying things for me, was having to restart the DS every time I plugged a game in for my original DS. So it should just be able to run just like that, and we should be running new Super Mario Bros. For the original DS. Oh wow. I have not played this in a long time. I'm super excited to be playing all my old games. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't have time to play this for you guys, but I just wanted to show you that you can, in fact, launch original DS games on the new Nintendo 2DS XL or 3DS family. And the perfect thing about this new slot, I personally like that a lot, because I've remembered accidentally bumping my cartridges out of the console, and then my game just stops. So, big plus that it's covered there. There's no chance of you bumping that open. So, I highly recommend this 2DS XL, especially for the price I paid, $100 for this brand new, well, kind of brand new. It's a little used, but I have not seen any flaws on it other than just the actual cosmetic of the case. But I need to wrap this up. This video is getting extremely long. So thank you to everybody who stuck around this long. If you like this video, please leave it a like. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments. I try to read every one of them, and I try to answer every one of them. And subscribe to my channel if you like this video or want to see more like it in the future. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.